I am so sorry to my millions of people waiting in the waiting room for this live stream. I am almost 30 minutes late. Didn't set an alarm this morning, so it happens. Slept in a little bit, about 30 minutes, just a little bit. Alright, we're going to be working on limb independence. I am Jared O'Leary, and I've been playing for over 20 years, but most of it's been rudimental and concert percussion, and only a wee bit on this thing right here, called, drum kit, drum set. And I'm going to be working specifically on limb independence. So, like, for example, being able to play, like, a pattern, and then read charts, and then drop your stick. That's called relaxed technique, folks. All right. We're going to be reading charts, on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. There's just under 1,600 hours of drumming content. By the end of this week, there will be over 1,600 hours of free content, over 600 grid variations, tons of chop and technique stuff, marching bass stuff, etc., etc. And there's like 15 different charts on here. 10 of them are moderate, intermediate. That's the word. And then 5 of them are advanced. I'm working on more. Always working on more. Every day, releasing new play-alongs, etc. Timestamps in the description. But we're going to be working out of a book. Now, the book I'm using, it's called 50 Ways to Syncopation, is this book right here. It's by Dom Moyle. And I've gone ahead and put it in spreadsheet form, so that way I can keep track of how I'm doing with it. But if you want a copy of this book, if you go to my website and go to /gear, so jaredoleary.com/gear, or if you're up here and just go to gear I use and click on percussion, you can find all of the books and whatnot neatly organized, like drum kit. Here's all of them. The one I'm working out of it is this one, 50 Ways to Syncopation by Dom Moyle. Dom is a phenomenal player. Teaches Steve Gadd's son, so that should give you an idea of how good of a player he is. And, here's a bunch of other books that I have used and recommend for all sorts of different stuff. Concert, drum kit, mallets, rudimental, timpani, etc. So, /gear is where you can find all that stuff. We are going to go and play some charts. But what do I want to warm up with? Okay, so we're going backwards on here. I want to warm up with... I'm actually going to do the Baião one that I did yesterday that I wasn't doing so good at. So a Baião pattern. We have... This is what your feet are going to play. Normally, you play on the hi-hat, or the right rather. I can't speak. But instead, what we're going to do is play the line on the ride. So short notes here, and then maybe the long notes as a bell hit, whatever. And you fill in with the left hand as ghost. Etc. So that's what we're going to do. And yesterday when I did it at 160 and it was meh. Okay, but it was making progress. So let's try 160 again. We're going to go ahead and do charts 6 through 10. Sure. And as always, in the timestamps, you can jump to whatever BPM you want. 160 just happens to be the beginning of this video. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... Alright, mouse is sliding. It does not feel comfortable at all. This is such a slow Baião. 1, 2, here we go. We survived. Let's try the next try. A 1, 2, ready, and... Getting better. Slowly but surely. A 1, a 2, here we go. Oops. A little sloppy. All right, last chart for this one. One, two, here we go. Survived that. Sort of. Let me move this so it doesn't cover up. There we go. Good job, YouTube chat. Actually, I wonder if I can do that. Boop. And then that. Boop. Does that make it so I can... Wow. I can actually see my YouTube chat better. Look at that. Folks, success. Oh, by the way, thank you, Michael, for following on Facebook. I just now see that. I was covering that up. Thank you. Okay, we're going to stretch and massage now. I don't need to have my headphones on for this. Okay, first thing I like to do. Hold your sticks like this. You pull one in, you follow through. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you go back out. Now, if you're doing traditional, you can rotate that way with the left and then rotate the other way and hold it at both ends. But I don't play traditional anymore. And next up, we're going to do, oh, yeah, stretching the underside of the forearms. Oh, yeah. And this one we're going to hold for a wee bit. I'm so glad I figured out how to do that. Now I can actually have my chats side by side. I can actually see. Wow. Magic. Now, I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearms. I'll do both at the same time. Just doing it on the legs. Goes twice as fast. You could also do this on the wall. So the higher you go, the deeper the stretch. And then for the other one, to stretch here, put your palm facing towards the wall. And the lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Just don't put all your weight into it. You don't want to rip stuff. Next, I'm going to stretch the fingers. So I'm going thumb to thumb. Ooh, my middle finger on my left is so tight. It has been for like a week now. I think I need to ice it. Help get rid of that inflammation. It's interesting. A lot of people watch the past limb independence stream. I'm not sure why that one popped off. At least popped off for me and my billion followers, you know. As one would casually do. But I'm glad it resonated with y'all. Maybe? Question mark? Maybe? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage the thumb on top and the fingers underneath. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll show you after this when I get back to... Oh, yeah. When I get back to my website, I'll show you the stream that I did previously back in the old place on my other kit that talks about how I develop limb independence and kind of walks through it. I have a plan to do a scripted video that's going to be much more condensed, but until then, because that's going to be a couple months from now, because I still got to write a bunch more charts. But until then, that should at least give you the theory behind it. It is based on research. I am a researcher. Despite being a streamer now, I do have a PhD in music education. And so what I did is I read a bunch of research on skill acquisition, expertise development, etc. And then thought of a routine that could be used to kind of like develop limb independence over time. And I applied it a few years ago. Just like put it to use. Tested it out one summer. And like after like not playing drum kit like really ever. And I was like, oh wow, this actually works. Like I have developed limb independence even though I don't play this instrument. So highly recommend it. So I'm massaging the palm with the thumb and the fingers were massaging the back of the hand. And then I go through and massage each one of the fingers individually from base to tip at least 2 times. Ooh, both middle fingers are tight. Every day you're going to find new tight areas or fingers more relaxed. All right. So we're back on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. Takes you here. So if you want to see the limb independence thing, just check this one out. So this has timestamps kind of talking about each one of the steps and walking through it. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that setup that I previously had that had the side view rather than this front view. But oh well, can't get that side view from here. There's, you know, a wall in the way. But yeah, so check that out if you're interested in like learning the process that I take for this. But let's go here. Okay, so we did this at 160, and it was kind of between meh and technically proficient. It started meh and got more technically proficient, so it was making progress. And better than yesterday. Cool. All right. So we're going to continue this grind. Samba feet. All right, so this one. Snare on beat 3. Okay. The right hand plays the line on cymbal or toms. Okay. All right, well, we'll see if my feet survive this one. Let's see, how fast did I play this previously? I wrote it down in the book. Again, thumb oil, 50 Ways to Syncopation. Highly recommend this book. This is number 46. Okay, so I previously did it at half note equals 100. Let's try 180. Hiccup. We'll do the same chart so you can hear how that sounds with a different pattern. All right, so we go down to here, and then in the timestamps for the description, you can jump to a BPM. So I want to go to 180. We'll make a full screen. There are sounds to this, but you can't hear it for this play along because I have it muted because there's like a timing delay. One, a two, a here we go. Oh, my foot. Hi, who am I? I don't know. Who are you? Ugh, my left foot, or my right foot is just like not having it this morning. I need to slow this down. I'm not good at Samba. Let's try 170. Let's see if this is any better. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to find out as Jared has themselves publicly. A 1, 2, here we go. Let's move this angle. Oh, I just can't do it with my foot. It's just like slowing down. I need to work that up. Yikes. Should I go? If I go much slower, it's basically a bossa nova. Decisions. Let's try 160. I want to try and get through this. But my right foot is just not. I don't know if it's because of the leg work that I did yesterday. Let's go to 160. Boop. Let's try this again. A 1, 2, ready, and... Oops, gotta turn my mouse upside down or it wiggles too much. 1, 3, 4. Oops. One, two, here we go. Ugh. Wow, this one's kicking my booty. Oh my. My right foot. Oops. Ugh. I just need to stop here. Alright, so I'm going to write this down and just basically say it was failure to launch. Quality playing needs a lot of work. How I felt, out of control. Right foot was too tired. Yikes. Well, made some progress. Alright, what's this next one? 45. We'll come back to this on another day. I'm going to leave that open. Swung cymbal, hi-hat on 2 and 4. Snare plays the first 2 notes of 8th note triplet. Bass drum plays a line. Oh, no. I don't know if my foot can handle that. Alright, what speed did I play this one at previously? 130, eh? Nope. Let's try 110. Okay, so I need swung charts. So we're going back to my website. Just under 1,600 hours of free drumming content to help you and me, especially me, get better. Alright, let's see. So this pattern, we have... That's the whole thing. And you read the pattern with the right foot. I might need to work this one up with the limb independence permutation stuff before I do this. Whoops. Stop that. Stop that. Two, 1, 2, ready, and. Honestly, going better than I thought it would. I probably could have gone faster, but hey, we're going to stay here. We need to have some successes on this practice session. A 1, a 2. Can always make it sound more musical than just technical. Ooh, that got rough in the last couple lines. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Oops. Read it wrong. tricky. I keep wanting to shuffle the left hand, so go da 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 instead of the first two of the partial. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Yeah, it's the left hand. I keep wanting to shuffle it, and it screws me up. Which is another one of the exercises on here. You just shuffle. So I might just be more used to that. 1, 2, here we go. Oh no! Oof, that was also rough. Okay, so that was 110. Quality of playing needs a lot of work. How I felt, it was kind of making progress at times and then kind of out of control. Let's just call it out of control. Left hand kept doing a shuffle. Shuffle. So I need to keep working on that one. Alright, so let's make it so I can see this better. 44. Triplets split between left and bass. High add and 2/4 right hand plays the line on floor tom with swung eighths. What? Okay, so interesting. Here's what you're gonna play. Same thing, except oh, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be rough. Okay. Let's see, what speed did I play this one at? 140. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, let's go back here. So I'm going to actually warm up with this one because I need to. So, whoops, we're gonna do eighth note permutations. I'm gonna do this at 110. Beep bop. And we go to here. Flip that upside down. All right. 2, 1, 2, ready, and Okay. Oopsies. All right, so I'm going to use a metronome here. I don't think you'll hear it. Now I'm going to go through some different permutations until they actually feel comfortable. Man, that feels so weird. Oh, what stretches I do? Actually, if you go to any of the streams, you can find it there. So here, I'll show you. Just go to my YouTube channel. Kebab. I can't subscribe to myself. But if you go back actually on this stream, right meow, and if you jump to right here, the 25-minute mark, it looks like, going back 25 minutes. So this shows you the stretches that I do. But it's in every one of the streams. So if you go to my live stream page, and you jump back to like this one or even this one that I did yesterday, it has the stretches marked in here. So that way you can do that. But hopefully that helps, Doggo. Thanks for stopping in, by the way. Let's try having myself again. You're welcome. No worries. You can always watch the recording if you want. I'm just having myself on all these. But such is practicing. Huh. Ooh. Ugh. All right, I'm actually going to pull this up and just go through the permutations that are on our website. It's not going to it. Fine, we'll go this way. Okay, so in here, make it full screen. So I'm just trying to repeat it until it feels like semi-comfortable, and then moving on to the next measure. So this was hard for whatever reason. Oof. So bad. But, you know, I'm practicing. I'm not practicing stuff I'm good at. That'd be a waste of time. Huh. Sometimes it's good to just step away from something and come back to it. So I'm going to try the next one. Man, I was not anticipating this. It's rough today. I don't know if I'm like mentally awake enough for this one. Like I'm completely having myself on it. Which is fine. Like that's not an issue. But I just don't know if like it's diminishing returns at this point. Stop. Let's do this. So I'm going to just like thinking 110. I'm going to say need a lot of work. Out of control, and couldn't get through permutations. I'll come back to this and I'll work on it next Limb Independent stream, which I think is Monday. That's supposed to say same. Okay, so I'm going to skip the ones that have a bunch of bass drum stuff on it for now, just because my right foot is just so tired today. Walking on that incline on the treadmill at 3.5 miles an hour, I think was what did it. That or it was all the calf raises yesterday. Who knows? Let's see. Swung cymbal, triplets on snare. No. What? I don't even know what this one would... I don't remember this one. What's the double time swung? What was that? Number 39? No. I think I want to play something that I do know how to do. That's fun. Let's just start at the top. I'm more familiar with the ones at the top. So let's see. Yeah, let's do this one right quick. 170. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is short notes on the tom. Long notes will be on... Wait, am I reading the wrong one? Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do that one. All right, so 170. So this is just your standard short long. So short note on snare, long notes on bass drum. And then I'll do that other one that I was just talking about. So let's do it with this. 170. Nope, not too handy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Sometimes you just got to figure out when to cut the losses with something that you planned on working on and come back to it the next day. So, long notes here. 1, 2, ready, and... Well, this feels a whole lot better. 1, 2, here we go. Noise. A 1, a 2, here we go. That was a weird one. It's groovy though, in a funky kind of way, if I do say so myself, as the person who wrote it. A 1, 2, ready, and. And this last one, number 10, is one of my favorites. 1, 2, here we go. Sounds fun, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, thanks. I agree. Okay, 170 was kind of between technically proficient and musical. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Much better than the other ones. Okay, so next I'm going to do is this one. Okay, so I did it at 140 and it's musical. Let's try going faster. If the last couple times it was musical and fun. Okay, so what am I going to do? Well, let me show you, folks. So what we're gonna do is ding 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 ding. Hey, Marley. This, and we're going to fill in the snare drum with ghost notes. And do the long notes on the ride and the bass drum simultaneously. Okay, that's the plan at least. So we're going to try it at 145. We'll see if my left hand can keep up. Who knows? We'll know in about 3 minutes when it's over. 145, so 5 clicks faster than I did it last time. And we'll see if it's out of control. Da-da-da-da-da. 2, ready, and. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. All right, so far so good. 1, 2, here we go. Oops, A 1, 2, here we go. A 1, 2, here we go. Alright, last chart. You can improvise here, or you can talk to your chat. If you're a streamer with 1 billion followers. Oh, 1, 2, ready, and... Survived. Actually, that was fun. So that was 145. Wee. 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 All right, 145. It was musical, and I had fun with it. I liked it. All right, so next time when I do the limit independence, I am most definitely going to work on this one. That's the one I'm going to start with, because it was rough. Yikes. All right. At the end of these drum kit streams, I want to do some improvisation. I'm not good at improvising, so I'm going to, practice that publicly, just like I was practicing that stuff that I'm not good at. But, oh, this reminds me. Ghost Note shirt. I think it's cute. You can actually find it here. If you go to jaredoleary.com/drum, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, past all the 1,600 hours of free drumming content, and you click on this, you got some hoodies. I really like the hoodie. I got this one, the white one. There's other colors as well you can get it in. But, yeah. So, there's those. There's shirts. You can get a mug, etc. And then there's a bunch more stuff as well, like some gaming merch, if you're interested in that. But if you're not, that's cool too. If you want to see the book that I was working out of, just remember, go to /gear or to gear I use. And then if you click on percussion, you can find all the books that I use in these streams and demonstrate and whatnot. The one that I was using today was 50 Ways to Syncopation, and I was having myself through that particular book. But there's a bunch of other books that are easier or harder, depending on what you're trying to work on. Like the Gary Chester books, these two, New Breed 1 and 2, also work on limb independence, but it's mainly from like a rock or even like a funk feel. So I recommend those books as well. All right, anyways, I'm going to improvise. So let's find another sound. Whoa. I don't know if you hear all that. Get this out of the way so I can actually use my floor tom. I think I did that one last time. No. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I try and keep it organized. And the reason why I have to be so organized with it is because I do know that I annoy some people with my YouTube channel, which is where you're commenting from. But because there's like my video feed, like if we go to this, there's just so much content since I'm releasing a new play along every day. I've got 2 podcast highlights coming out every day. Whenever I finish a Fortnite video, this comes out. Like this one's on how I work on my aim training. So like this is a mess. But if people go to the playlist or the home tab, then it just makes it easier. Like if you only want the drumming stuff, cool, click right here, and then boom, you only got the drumming stuff. So hopefully that makes it easier for people. Yeah, but otherwise my website is the easiest way to sort through the computer science stuff, the drumming stuff, and all the gaming stuff right there. But I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you noticed that I spent a lot of time on that. All right, let's attempt this whole improvisation thing. Oh, that's bright. I kind of like it. It doesn't do the diddles. The E8010 isn't great for that. The head is too resonant for it, so it won't do that. That's unfortunate. Let's try it slower. Trying to experiment with some space with it and whatnot, and then I'll just mess around with the dynamics. But I don't know. This is it's fun, but I don't like that it's on here. Like, I wish the hi-hat sounded like that, but unfortunately, it's not. It's a low volume hi-hat, so they don't sound great, but they don't annoy my neighbors, so I keep it. Let's try a different one. Hip gig. It sounds like a floor tom. I don't like it. Oh. This one's called Clicky Kick. That lives up to it, the name. I don't like it. I hate that. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the improvisation this morning, but that's okay. Worked on it a little bit. Anyways, today's practice session was interesting. Got through some of the stuff, but man, I will definitely have to work on that, the variation where it's just, it was kicking my butt, this one. That one was hard. So yeah, Monday is when I'll be doing the next practice session, so stay tuned for that, for limb independence. Tomorrow will be chopping technique, and then Sunday will be tenors. So yeah. Again, jaredoleary.com/drum is the best way to find and get through all of this stuff organized nice and neatly. Just under 1,600 hours of free drumming content. And more being added every single day, because I'm on that grind. But thank you, everybody who stopped by. Hopefully you got something out of this. At least you could see that, like, some strategies in terms of, well, that's not going good. Let's find a way to break it down. And if it's still not going good, then all right, we can come back to it another day. You don't have to just sit there and grind through something that is not going well. But I'm going to call it here. I got a bunch of stuff I got to go work on, like, make more play-alongs. So thank you again. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.